The power of walking away. They will regret losing you. Don't take them back. Girl. Let's start with a truth that might sting at first, but will ultimately set you free. Sometimes the strongest, most powerful thing you can ever do is to walk away from someone who couldn't see your worth. It's not about giving up on love or being bitter. It's about choosing yourself over someone who didn't choose you. When you walk away from someone who treated you like an option, you send a powerful message not just to them but to yourself. That you know your worth and you refuse to settle for less. Too many times we get stuck in the cycle of giving, chance after chance, hoping that maybe they'll change, that maybe they'll finally realize how amazing you are. But here's the hard truth. People don't change unless they want to, and most of the time, the same person who took you for granted will keep taking you for granted, no matter how many times you forgive them. Walking away isn't weakness, it's strength. It's the strength to say, I deserve better. I deserve someone who sees my light, not someone who only notices when it's convenient for them. It's the strength to stand tall and trust that even if it hurts now, the pain of walking away is far better than the pain of staying where you're not appreciated. Think about all the times you stayed, all the times you gave more than you received, all the times you ignored the red flags because you were afraid of being alone. Think about how many times you settled for breadcrumbs when you deserved a whole damn loaf. That ends now. You have to be the one who decides that your peace, your happiness, and your self-respect matter more than any relationship. Letting go is not about hate, it's about love. Love for yourself. It's about choosing to walk away from what no longer serves you so you can walk towards the life you're meant to live. Because here's the beautiful thing. When you let go of the wrong people, you make space for the right ones. The ones who will see you, appreciate you, and never make you question your worth. So the next time they show up at your door, texting or calling like they never left, remember this: you are not a revolving door. You are not a second chance for someone who couldn't appreciate you the first time. When they see you walking away with your head held high, that's when they'll realize what they've lost. And girl, that's when the regret will hit them like a ton of bricks. So walk away, not because you don't love them, but because you love yourself more. And that's the power of walking away. Recognize your worth. Girl, let's talk about something too many of us forget. Your worth. You are not just a girl. You are a force. A woman with dreams, with a fire in your heart, with a light that shines brighter than you even realize. And it's time you start recognizing that worth, because the biggest mistake you can ever make is letting someone treat you like you're less than you are. Every single time you put someone else's needs before your own, every time you allowed someone to disrespect you, every time you gave more love than you received, you chipped away at your own worth. But hear me loud and clear, your worth does not depend on who stays or who leaves. It does not depend on who chooses you or who lets you go. Your worth is set, unchangeable, undeniable. And the moment you understand that is the moment you'll stop letting people treat you like an option. You are the girl who loves fiercely, who shows up for the people you care about, who gives her all and then some. You are the girl who sacrifices, who supports, who forgives. But sometimes people take that love for granted. They think that because you've given them so many chances, you'll always be there, waiting. But let me tell you something. There's a difference between being loving and being a doormat. And you, my love, are not a doormat. Recognizing your worth means you stop begging for the bare minimum. It means you stop accepting crumbs of affection when you deserve a feast. It means you hold your head high and know that anyone who cannot see your light is simply too blind to deserve you. You are not here to prove your worth to anyone. You are here to be the best version of yourself, with or without their validation. So, stop explaining yourself to people who refuse to listen. Stop proving yourself to people who refuse to see. Let them miss you. Let them wonder why they couldn't hold on to you. Let them regret losing the one person who would have given them the world. And you keep shining. You keep building your dreams. You keep loving yourself so fiercely that no one's absence can shake your spirit. Because here's the thing, when you recognize your worth, you set the standard for how others treat you. You teach people how to love you by showing them how you love yourself. You become unstoppable, unbreakable, unshakable. And the right people, the ones who truly deserve you, will rise up to meet you at that level. So girl, stand tall, know your worth, and never ever settle for less than you deserve. The lesson they learned. Listen up, girl, because this is the part that's going to change everything. When you walk away from someone who didn't appreciate you, didn't respect you, or didn't treat you like the queen you are, guess what happens? You teach them a lesson they never saw coming. Because here's the truth. People don't realize what they had until it's gone. At first, they might think you're bluffing, they might think you're just mad and that you'll come back like you always did. But every time you don't answer that call, every time you ignore that text, every time you hold your head high and keep walking, that's when reality hits them. They start to see the void you left behind. They realize that the energy, the love, the light you brought into their life wasn't just ordinary, it was extraordinary. And now that it's gone, they feel that emptiness in ways they never imagined. You see, some people don't value what they have until they're forced to live without it. That's human nature. But that's not your problem anymore. Your job isn't to teach them by sticking around, tolerating their disrespect, or lowering your standards. Your job is to leave. To let them feel the absence of your presence, the silence where your laughter used to fill the room, the cold where your warmth used to be. And here's the beautiful twist. They will regret losing you. They'll think back to the moments you supported them, loved them, cared for them in ways no one else did. They'll remember the times you forgave their mistakes, the times you gave second chances when no one else would. They'll realize that no one else will love them with the same depth, the same loyalty, the same unwavering devotion you did. But by then, it's too late. And that's the lesson they'll learn, that not everyone is replaceable, that real love is a rare gift, that you were a once-in-a-lifetime kind of woman and they let you slip through their fingers because they didn't recognize your worth when they had the chance. You see, every time they see your smile on social media, every time they hear your name, every time they remember a song that reminds them of you, that's when the regret will hit. That's when they'll understand that losing you was the biggest mistake they ever made. But here's the best part. By then, you'll be too busy living your best life to even notice. Because your healing, your growth, your happiness, that's your revenge. And it's the most powerful lesson they'll ever learn. Don't let them back in. Now let's get real, girl, because this is where so many people slip up. After walking away from someone who treated them like they were disposable, they let them back in the moment that person shows up again. Don't make that mistake. Don't open the door you fought so hard to close. Because if someone couldn't see your worth the first time, chances are they'll never truly see it the second time either. When someone loses you because they took you for granted, it's not your job to give them a second, third, or 10th chance to treat you the same way. Think about it. Every time you let them back in, you're telling them that your boundaries, your self-respect, and your standards don't really matter. You're teaching them that they can treat you however they want, and you'll always be there waiting with open arms. And girl, you are worth so much more than that. Don't let their sweet words, their apologies, or their sudden acts of change fool you. People can say anything, but actions always speak louder than words. Look at their past actions. Did they consistently treat you with love and respect? Or did they only show up when it was convenient for them? Did they lift you up, or did they drain you? Because that's what matters. That's what shows who they really are. Understand this. Sometimes people only come back because they miss the comfort you gave them. They miss the attention, the love, the care, the way you made them feel like they mattered. But that doesn't mean they've changed. That doesn't mean they're ready to give you the love you deserve. More often than not, they come back because they're lonely, because their other options didn't work out, or because they can't stand to see you moving on without them. But guess what? That's not your problem anymore. Your responsibility is to protect your heart, your energy, and your peace. Don't let them back in just because you feel lonely or because they said all the right things this time. Remember how much it hurt when they didn't value you. Remember the tears, the sleepless nights, the doubts they made you feel. Remember how hard it was to finally walk away. If someone truly wants you back, they'll prove it with consistent effort, respect, and love, not just a few sweet words when it's convenient for them. But by the time they get to that point, you'll have outgrown them. You'll have realized that you deserve so much more than someone who couldn't see your worth the first time. So hold your ground, girl. Let them regret losing you. Let them watch you rise higher than they ever imagined. And let them feel the pain of knowing they lost the best thing they ever had. Because you, my love, are not a second chance. You are a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and they blew it. You keep moving forward. Now listen to me carefully, girl. This is the part where you rise. Because after all the heartbreak, after all the lessons learned, after all the tears you shed, it's time to move forward like the queen you are. You see, the biggest act of strength is not in showing someone else what they lost. It's in proving to yourself what you're truly capable of. It's easy to get stuck in the cycle of overthinking, wondering why they left, questioning what you did wrong, replaying every moment in your head like a broken record. But let me tell you something. That's not where your power is. Your power lies in looking ahead, in building the life you deserve, in chasing your dreams, and in loving yourself more fiercely than ever before. Moving forward doesn't mean you have to forget what happened. It means you accept that it happened and you refuse to let it define you. It means you take the pain, the lessons, and the growth, and you use them as fuel to light the fire within you. Because every time you choose to rise instead of dwell, you're rewriting your own story. Think about the things you've always wanted to do, the goals you've put on hold, the passions you've ignored, the dreams you've kept locked away because you were too busy trying to please someone who didn't appreciate you. Now is the time to bring those dreams to life. Start that business, take that trip, write that book, learn that new skill. Whatever sets your soul on fire, go after it with everything you've got. Remember, the best revenge is success. It's building a life so beautiful, so fulfilling, so full of joy, that anyone who once doubted you or mistreated you can't help but feel the sting of regret. But here's the secret. You don't do it for them. You do it for you. Because you deserve a life that makes you excited to wake up every morning. And as you move forward, surround yourself with people who lift you up, who believe in you, who celebrate your victories, and who remind you of your strength when you forget. Cut ties with anything and anyone that drags you down or tries to dim your light. You are not here to carry other people's baggage. You are here to rise. So keep your head high, girl. Walk into the future with grace, with courage, and with unwavering confidence. Let your past be the stepping stone, not the anchor. Let your scars remind you of how far you've come, not how broken you once felt. You've got this. One step at a time, one day at a time. Just keep moving forward, because your future is waiting, and it's brighter than you can even imagine. Let your growth speak for itself. Here's the truth, girl. When you start growing, when you start investing in yourself, when you start becoming the best version of who you were always meant to be, people will notice, even if they pretend not to. You see, real growth can't be hidden. It shows up in the way you carry yourself, in the confidence that radiates from you, in the boundaries you set, and in the peace you now protect. You don't have to announce it on social media. You don't have to brag about it. Let your growth speak for itself. Because trust me, the people who once doubted you, the ones who took you for granted, the ones who thought you'd never get over them, they'll feel it. They'll see you shining, and it will haunt them that they couldn't hold on to someone as incredible as you. But here's the best part. This growth is not about them. It's about you. It's about you healing those wounds, picking up the pieces and creating a life you love. It's about showing yourself that you can overcome anything, that you're stronger than every storm you've faced. It's about refusing to let the pain of your past define who you are today. Think about the things you've accomplished since they left. Maybe you've been hitting the gym, getting stronger physically and mentally. Maybe you've started working on that side hustle you always dreamed of, and it's actually taking off. Maybe you've made new friends, found new hobbies, or discovered passions that light you up inside. That's growth. That's progress. That's you leveling up. You see, true growth doesn't happen overnight. It's a daily choice to become better than you were yesterday. It's about learning from your mistakes, forgiving yourself for the times you stumbled, and celebrating every small victory along the way. And the more you focus on yourself, the less power the past has over you. Don't let their regrets distract you from your journey. Let them watch you from afar as you build a life that no longer includes them. Let them feel the weight of their choices. Because girl, when you keep moving forward, when you keep shining, when you keep growing, there's nothing they can do to stop you. So every time you doubt yourself, every time you feel tempted to let them back in, remember how far you've come. Remember that you didn't come this far just to settle for the same old heartbreak. You came this far to rise, to thrive, and to live a life so fulfilling that no one can take it away from you. Keep growing, keep evolving, and let your growth speak for itself. Because when they see you living your best life, that's when they'll realize that losing you was the biggest mistake they ever made. And that's the sweetest revenge of all. Learn to love yourself more than you loved them. Listen, girl, this is where the real magic happens. When you decide that you're worthy of a love so deep, so pure, and so fierce that no one can ever take it away from you. But here's the twist. It's not about finding that love in someone else. It's about finding it within yourself. You see, for far too long, you poured your heart into someone who didn't know how to hold it. You gave them your time, your energy, your trust, and what did you get in return? Maybe they left. Maybe they broke your heart. Maybe they made you question your worth. But here's what you need to know. Their inability to love you properly does not define your value. You have always been enough, just as you are. And now it's time to prove it to yourself. Because the most powerful thing you can do is learn to love yourself more than you ever loved them. That means putting yourself first, not as an afterthought, but as a priority. It means showing up for yourself every single day, even when it's hard. Start by treating yourself with kindness. Stop beating yourself up for the things you couldn't control, for the mistakes you made, for the times you didn't know better. You did the best you could with what you knew then, and now you know better. You're wiser, stronger, and more resilient than ever before. Love yourself enough to set boundaries. Enough to say no to people who drain you. Enough to walk away from situations that don't serve you. Enough to stop tolerating half-hearted love from people who don't deserve a place in your life. Remember the things that make you unique. Your laughter, your dreams, your compassion, your strength. These are the things that make you irreplaceable. Celebrate them, honor them, and don't let anyone, especially someone who couldn't appreciate them, convince you otherwise. Take time to do the things that make your soul happy, whether that's painting, traveling, learning new skills, or simply sitting in silence and reflecting on how far you've come. Fill your life with so much joy and fulfillment that anyone who looks in from the outside sees that you're not just surviving, you're thriving. And when they come back, and believe me, they will, wanting to taste the love they once took for granted, remember this: you've already given yourself everything you ever needed. You don't need their validation. You don't need their apologies. You don't need them to make you feel whole. Because you, my dear, are whole already. You've learned to love yourself more than you ever loved them. And that's a love no one can ever take away. Move forward without regret. Here's the final step, girl. Move forward without regret. That means looking back at everything you've been through. The heartbreaks, the disappointments, the people who let you down, and choosing to see it all as a lesson rather than a loss. Because every experience, no matter how painful, shaped you into the unstoppable woman you are today. Regret is a heavy burden to carry, and you don't need that weight on your shoulders anymore. It keeps you stuck in the past, replaying old conversations, wondering what you could have done differently. But the truth is, you did what you could with what you knew at the time, and now you know better. You're stronger, wiser, and more determined to protect your heart than ever before. You don't have to regret giving them your love, even if they didn't know how to handle it. Because the love you gave says more about who you are than it does about them. It shows that you have a big heart, that you're capable of deep connection, that you're someone who values loyalty and honesty. There's not something to be ashamed of. There's something to be proud of. So instead of carrying regret, carry gratitude. Be thankful for the lessons you've learned, how to set boundaries, how to trust your intuition, how to love yourself fiercely. Be grateful for the strength you found in the darkest moments, for the resilience that bloomed when everything fell apart. Those are the gifts that came from your pain, and they're yours to keep forever. Moving forward without regret means closing the door on the past, not because you hate them, but because you love yourself enough to let go. It means choosing peace over chaos, growth over comfort, and freedom over settling. It means refusing to look back every time they reach out, refusing to fall for the same empty promises, refusing to let their regrets become your regrets. It means building a future so bright that it makes your past look like a mere stepping stone. It means investing in your dreams, your passions, and your well-being. It means surrounding yourself with people who see your worth and treat you with the love and respect you deserve. Remember, the people who left couldn't handle your light. That's their loss, not yours. And as you move forward, hold your head high, knowing that you've already won by choosing yourself. Every step you take now is a declaration that you're not defined by who left or who stayed. You're defined by the strength you found when you had to stand alone. So go out there and live your best life unapologetically. Let your success, your happiness, and your unstoppable spirit be the answer to every doubt they ever had about you. And most importantly, move forward without regret. Because girl, the best is yet to come. You've reached the end of this journey, and now it's time to tie everything together and step fully into the power that's always been yours. If there's one thing I want you to take away from this video, it's that you are the prize. Always have been, always will be. The people who walked away, the ones who didn't see your worth, they'll realize it too late. That's their lesson to learn, not yours to fix. You've spent enough time wondering why they didn't choose you, why they couldn't love you the way you deserved, why they let you slip through their fingers. But here's the truth. People can only meet you as deeply as they've met themselves. And sometimes, the people who left couldn't even love themselves. So how could they possibly love you in the way you needed? That's not a reflection of your value, it's a reflection of their limitations. You are not defined by who stayed or who left. You are defined by the strength you found when you had to pick up the pieces of your own heart. You are defined by the lessons you learned and the self-love you built in the aftermath. You are defined by the way you chose to rise instead of break. Forgive them, not because they deserve it, but because you deserve peace. Let go of the bitterness, the resentment, the what-ifs and the if-onlys. Release them so you can walk into your future with your head held high and your heart wide open. Because when you do, you create space for the right people. The ones who see your light, your kindness, your resilience, and choose to honor it. Every single day. Don't take them back just because they come crawling with apologies and empty promises. Remember how hard it was to heal, how many tears you shed, how much strength it took to stand again. Don't let them drag you back into the same cycle that nearly broke you the first time. You've outgrown them, and it's time to embrace the love and life that's waiting for you. The best revenge is not anger or bitterness. It's living well. It's glowing so bright that they can't help but see the woman they lost. It's building a life that feels so good to wake up to that you don't even think about the ones who couldn't handle your light. So go out there and live, chase your dreams, laugh out loud, love yourself fiercely, and refuse to settle for anything less than you deserve. Remember, the right people will never make you question your worth. And as you close this chapter, carry these words with you. You are unstoppable. You are worthy. You are enough. And the best is yet to come. Now stand tall, hold your head high, and walk boldly into the next chapter of your life. Because girl, they will regret losing you. And you'll be too busy shining to even notice.